Hey there, welcome to episode 4 of Iron Man. This is going to be just a very grind-centric episode this time around. So we're just going to speed things up a little bit faster than our previous videos, but all the action is here is just super condensed. It's like a diamond. Yeah. Yes, so we bought a couple more bathrobes just in case we find some overall scrolls, just so we can evenly spread out our scrolls. I think that's going to be my preferred method of scrolling. We're going to get numerous copies of an item and just drop scrolls evenly around them. One big thing for this episode is we're going to kind of pseudo Zerk from now on. We're going to just keep ourselves at half HP or less, just to kind of get some practice in and help us get the hang of playing the DK later on, because I've never played this class before. It's a brand new thing. And you saw right there, we died just because I wasn't paying attention, and we definitely don't want that happening later on at an important or inopportune time, just dying while Zerking. That would be pretty be looking like a noob. So we're just gonna get some practice in there. We finished the quest. We got a shoe jump for 30, which is pretty cool. We'll hang on to it till we get a worthwhile shoe to maybe drop it on. And I think we were a little bit tired at this time, so we were a little spaced out, and we just thought we'll just do some easy content. We're just gonna grind these wild boars for a little bit. Keep an eye out for some maple impalers. Yep. And we're just kind of getting ready, setting ourselves up to grind this map again when we come back after we take a little break and are in a sort of a mental state that we're ready to play. Yeah, there's like some mental fog going on at this time, so we're just doing a quick grind here, just trying to do something at least. Yeah, so we weren't doing any quests or anything, we were just grinding. We get 2 levels here, and then we take our little break, and then when we come back we do a couple more things. We had a few target mobs. We were going to grind the stone masks for the spear 60s to use on an impaler if we can find a good one at the boars. And cool thing is we also found out that ghost stumps in the Perion drop overall 60 dexes. So those are right next to the wooden masks, the ones we thought dropped those, although we don't actually farm them during this this session here. Yeah, just didn't really have a desire to, because pretty sure it's a low drop rate and we need a whole bunch of them. I think our 10 dex overall is good enough for now. This part here, we head over to New Leaf City because it occurs to us we can pick up some warrior elixirs, which give us the 12 attack weapon attack pot, which is decent. It's better than the purple attack potion that gets dropped at wars, so lasts a little longer too. Thought that would be a decent pickup, so we're just going to NLC to do that very quickly. And we also head over to those glutton ghouls in the mansion after we pick up those pots, just to kind of test it out, see what it's like to grind for maple pops in the map. Yeah, just kind of feeling out the comfort level. Yeah, I'll just refrain from commentating too much. I don't want to just be like a person who doesn't shut up, so I'll just chime in when there's something important. Big thing for this map here is these ghouls are like flyers. They hover, so these are harder to hit because of that, and also more annoying. I wasn't really too fond of grinding this map, so we just got tired of it, and we accumulate 10 maple pops at the very end of this session of the ghouls. And I think each time we come to NLC to repot, if we can just grab 10 of these maple pops, over time that should make it make it more bearable. So just 10 NLC trips would equate to 100 maple pops. Yeah, when we're doing Zach, if we don't have enough accuracy, we're just going to be relying on maple pops for the whole run. Yeah, so that would probably be around 360, 420 maple pops total per Zach run. And yeah, over time we should get there. Drop. They're not too uncommon, but yeah, it does take a little bit of time to get them. Oh, forgot to mention at the very beginning of the video, we picked up our fish spear from Shawa to replace the surfboard, since this is a spear and not a polearm, and we're going spear DK, just because it's better. Because our third job skill, the Dragon Crusher thing, is a stabbing attack, and spears do better with stabbing attacks. It's just better for stabbing, whereas polearms are better for what do we call swinging or slicing attacks. So there's no reason to not be a spear DK. And also it helps with mastery. So our mastery, our 1 accuracy, would actually come into play with a spear. So we need to wear one at all times. We probably could have picked up the fish on a stick a little bit earlier, since this is level 25, and it gave 3 accuracy, or 5 accuracy, 5 speed, which just kind of slipped my mind. You know, would have solved a lot of our problems at that level, but we have it now, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to be using this spear for a long while, at least until our impaler, I think. Just because of the extra speed boost and the fast attack speed, or normal attack speed. I think it's fast, the fast attack speed of the spear just beats all. I just prefer it over the slow attack speed weapons, because it just doesn't feel as fluid when you're attacking so slow, even with booster. Just messing around there, seeing if we can hit the tree. So there we go. We're going to go back to Victoria. Grind fours again. Looking at some quests. We're also going to be questing a little bit, or actually a lot, in this session here. And another thing is I did a little research. Apparently those different attacking animations, like the overhead swing we were talking about last episode, that would be like a polearm slice attack or swinging attack, whereas the forward jab is a stab, which is what the spear specializes at. And maybe that had something to do with why the damage was kind of weird compared to a one-handed blunt weapon like the purse. We're just checking out the first sequel to the Lost Coin from Shumi. We just kind of give it a shot. Like I said, we're not really focused right now, so we just kind of make a half-assed attempt at this. We give up pretty shortly here. Right here we give up, because it's such a long climb up, and you mess up one time and you are all the way down at the bottom. So this is definitely a very patient type jump quest where you'll be rewarded for patience and punished. You know, likewise you'll be punished if you try to rush things. And I see we kind of knew we were getting nowhere We just leave. I don't know what we're doing here. We just are kind of scatterbrained right now, and we're just killing some brigaders for no real reason apparently, except experience. These are doable with a sniper kill. I think it was because of the JM quest, but there's 0% chance we're gonna be able to kill any Krokos at this time. So again, don't really know what we're thinking about right now. We're just kind of stuck in a repetitive play pattern here. But eventually we'll leave and we'll go to Boris for a little while more, I think. I'm making this commentary right now while we're waiting for Stumpy to spawn, so yeah, multi tasking, I guess. This is going to be a kind of two-part episode because it is going to be pretty long, a little too long to fit into one video. Yeah, this Iron Man, playing it, it kind of taught me a few things. The first thing being that I might not know as much as I think about the game, because I'm ignorant to a lot of things warrior-wise that pertain to warriors. So I'll try to sound less arrogant, I guess, in the future, just because I am still learning. Picking up a few things here and there. Just looking for the Mano in this map. I think we get lucky and find it. Yeah, there it is. Gonna turn in the quest now. Or, yeah, complete the old snail quest. And we're gonna, our skill build, we're going to try to get 11 in our spear booster, just because the more you level it up, the more it affects the speed increase of your weapon, and it's also annoying to have to rebuff it every 20 seconds. And then by level 40 we'll have our spear mastery maxed out, so we'll get all the accuracy bonus and sort of the damage stabilization with our weapon, which is what we'll be going for. We'll probably be moving to Ludi at level 40. See if we can grind some Chronos or Platoon Chronos. See if we have the accuracy to successfully play in the Ludus Lake map area, which I think we will. I don't think there will be any issues. Like, we're still being proactive, we're not slacking or anything. Yeah, just trying to stick to that 7th rule of pseudo Zerking. Although this is nothing like how it's going to be later on. It's just to kind of get me comfortable at playing at a lower HP, because I think it's a little counterintuitive to, I guess, the self-preservation instinct of our, keeping our character alive. Whereas DK, you keep it below, at or below half health at all times, if you're going to play your class properly. And we're manual potting. Just because sometimes there will be a need to manual pot even if you do have a pet. So we're just going to fully manual pot though. That's going to be our style of gameplay. We're going to get 4 out of the 5 cards of the boars. We're not going to finish the 5th card set because we want to wait till later when we're more fresh, ready to grind, to pick up that 5th set and utilize the full hour of that experience bonus and continue the card set. We get 1 impaler out of that. I think it's an okay impaler. It's not gray or anything, but it's definitely not like a godly impaler, but it'll do. We're going to hang on to it just in case we screw up another impaler that we try scrolling. We'll have a backup. Yeah, each time we have to utilize our jump surfboard to get back up there, get rid of those junior boogies. We're going to be doing this a little while. Oh, I'm stupid. This is where we're back already from our break, and this is going to be our grinding session right here. Okay. Sorry, the video was just going way too fast. I couldn't really track what was going on. So yeah, we have our experience buff active now. We're going to be farming a full hour using that full time. We get some good meso from doing this. We get a few million, which is nice. I'm not sure what we're going to use that money for, but it's just nice to have a couple million versus how poor we were in the past. Yeah, should have known this was when we came back because we were not pseudo-zerking well at all in the beginning. We were not focused. We are pseudo-zerking with white potions and orange potions. And the better we get over time, we might throw in 1 new potion each time that we feel like we're ready. Just to kind of, optimize a little more and make things interesting. Just because darks, the more you optimize your playstyle with a dark, the stronger you are, actually. It's not just equipment, it's how skilled you are with the class. So hopefully, maybe by level 120, we'll be using 8 different types of potions in our potting rotation. Getting more comfort with it for each potion type, because the longer we do it over time, the more comfortable we have with it. We'll have more muscle memory and just recall of what potion we need to use at any given time to stay under 50%. I was considering making an 8th rule to this Iron Man, which is a permadeath rule. I don't think we should do that though, because like I said, we are completely new to DK and Zerking. So I don't think we should try to be punitive with making our mistake of dying during a Zerk. I think we should just treat it as a positive learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just have 7 rules to this Iron Man. The 5 default ones, and the manual pot, and the pseudo-zerking for the majority of, or for all of our time, killing mobs or doing quests. Yeah, all of the time in our Iron Man journey will be pseudo-zerking. I believe I had an idea. My idea was when we're at level 50 and we can start doing Gachapon, we'll start out in, it was either Shawa or Mushroom Shrine. I think Mushroom Shrine might be better for us right now because we just want to scroll some stuff. I want to try scrolling some things. Whereas Shawa, I would just be looking for a Sky Ski, a fishing pole, and maybe any other scrolls that come from there. We'll think about it a little more, but I am leaning towards Mushroom Shrine for our very first episode. That will include the Gachapon session and a scrolling session, which is going to be awesome. Because we'll be doing a live commentary during our scrolling. We've accumulated plenty of dummy scrolls. I'm sure some either really messed up stuff is going to happen, and you might get a little bit of a funny reaction, or you might have something good happen, and also see that reaction too. So, you know, you can kind of laugh at any failure that might happen or disasters, or you can kind of celebrate with me if we do find a successful item that we get scrolling with. Yeah, already at 3.5 million. In just a very short time, 30 minutes gives us 3 mil. If we really wanted to, we could just grind to 100 million, but I don't think I'm going to do that. There's no point. It's like a limit to grinding pointless things. And we're not buying, we can't buy anything either on the free market, so why would we? Although later on, potting will be very, very expensive. I think that is a downfall to the DK classes. You are spending an exorbitant amount of your meso on pots. And I'm kind of realizing that because I just eat through stacks of 300, you know, white potions, or those very basic potions. We're eating through those very quickly. And now just think of eating through those if they're reindeer milks or cheeses or unagis. It's a lot more expensive. And also we're going to be using an unorthodox playstyle, so we're going to have more pots in our regimen than what a normal dart would use. Get a couple of the shoes we were looking at. I think we find a 2-dex shoe, which is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. We hang on to them. Probably be a piece of our dummy scrolling equipment, or we might just put it on. Because the Gushman, the 2-speed, I don't know how much that actually matters. But it is noticeable. I do notice a slight reduction in movement, even with that 2-speed. So it's kind of weird. 2-speed might not seem like a lot, but it's definitely noticeable. You can feel it. Not be able to see it, but you can feel it. We get a above average roll on that slow level 35 spear. It's a possibility. I think we would try wearing it and using it for a little bit, but ultimately we switch back to the fish spear because this is a faster attack speed. Although it is a lot weaker, it is a fast attack speed. It gives us an accuracy boost, and it gives us 5 speed. So I'm going to take those extra stats over just a little bit of weapon attack, but it doesn't really matter because we're killing very weak mobs right now. And I think we're not weak, we're pretty average in our offensive capability. When we start scrolling for weapon attack, I think we're going to actually start feeling stronger, because I like scrolling things for weapon attack. It's like no surprise I play Night Lord. We're all obsessed with dealing the most damage, most damage out of everyone. We're competitive people, I think. Yeah, I think you can maybe see a reflection of who someone is by what they play in the game. So, probably scroll some gloves for attack. We're just gonna lose the 2 accuracy. I don't really care. Well, we'll see if we need it or not. But yeah, gloves for attack. Probably see if we can craft a pair of Stormcaster gloves from Gachapon. And I was also thinking we can maybe gatch in CBD to try to get a Taru totem. I believe to craft Stormcaster gloves you need a Antelian relic, you need a Subani Ankh, and a Taru totem. I believe that's it. Yeah, we'll double check. But yeah, if we can just gatch those ITCG items on our own, we can get the recipe and make it when we go down to Omega. And I'm thinking we can probably throw, one possible way we can go with it is we can just throw 60s and 70 glove weapon attacks on it, or we can try chaosing it if we get lucky in Mushroom Shrine. Anyways, it'll be interesting regardless, I think. we want to get the Icarus quest done because we need the Icarus cape. I would pray for the speed cape, the cape that gives you speed, but it's nice to have that Icarus cape regardless of what stat you get. I think you can get 3 different types of capes. And yeah, I'm not sure, I don't remember what we're doing right now. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna kill some ghost stumps, kill some wooden masks. We get a couple of those gold war boots, but they all suck, and we sell them all. Not that it matters, we have the sapphire for the blue level 30 boots we got at the force. I don't think those are going to top that. And we just do this for a little bit. We don't get any overall dex 60s here this time around. We do get a cape int. We get psyched out by it. We thought it was an overall dex, but apparently these things drop a variety of 60 scrolls. Which is annoying, because sometimes you think you're going to get what you want, and it is complete, garbage. I mean, for our equipment, you can still dummy scroll with them. But yeah, it's just disappointing when you don't get the overall 60 or the spear 60 that you so very badly want. Right there. I believe that was either an earring int 60 or a cape int 60. We could try to see if any passes go through, just so we can try to wear int equipment right before we level up and grab a little extra MP per level up, because ultimately our goal is 30,000 HP with HP, so we would need roughly 18.75k clean HP at the end, which would involve a little bit of HP washing. Although it's not imperative. We're not actually playing like super hard content. We're not doing Fawn Leon. We're not doing Neo Tokyo. We're just doing Zakum and maybe a Horntail here and there, which are easy bosses. Although we do have to play as a Seduce or something. No, we're not doing that. It's just retarded. Wow, a DK Seduce. But yeah, if we're just an attacker, we don't need to stay at 15k HP. The whole point of us pseudo Zerking is so that we get good enough to play at, I don't know, 10k HP or something. $10k and Zerking HP, yeah. And that is enough to survive both of those bosses. I think the farthest we're going to go with this character is Horntail. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. I'm not sure if Toad, it requires a party to begin or start, but maybe if we get really good with this character, we can try to Zerk a Toad. Actually, that's not even possible. Maybe. Never mind. Maybe? We would need Achilles, I think, maxed. But maybe it's possible to Zerk a Toad. If it is, we can try it later on. Of course, we got those area bosses too. We can try to have fun with later on as the Iron Man. And this is a very long session here with the masks. We get a couple of level ups while we're doing this, and we get a nice little lump of spear 60 attacks. I think we get a total of 5 in about 2 hours, I think. 1.5 hours, I don't know, we were here for quite a while. A couple of glove dexes. But yeah, we got some good scrolls, we got some bad scrolls. Or not bad ones, but just not useful ones. But they would be nice if we were playing a mage or something. And it's a little bit interesting. Like, I thought we would hit these no problem now, but sometimes we do miss without an accuracy pot, despite these being only level 24. But it's okay. we'll be fine. And actually, Winston, later on, he has a kill quest for these. You have to kill, I think, 300 of the rocky masks and 200 of the wooden masks, and we just forgot all about it. We didn't pick it up. So that just gives us an excuse to grind this map even longer later, which isn't a problem. We were looking for those scrolls anyway. Although it's nice to have a reason to grind this map other than solely looking for scrolls, because it does kind of wear on you after a little bit. I'm gonna go NPC some items and repot. And I know I said I didn't care about the missile, but I think we got a 3 strength glove one, a 3 strength one, and that is decent. We'll hang on to it. Even a 2 strength one we'll hang on to, just because we don't have anything better now at this time. And we're getting our leaf earrings now. We're gonna get those green mushrooms, those animal bones, as well as some green mushroom caps for another quest. You see, we're using the slow spear still. I believe we're going to switch to the fish spear. We're going to switch back to it pretty soon, because it kind of dawns on us that these mobs are really weak. It doesn't matter how strong. We don't need to use our strongest or highest weapon attack spear to kill those. I'll get some of those minor speed potions. I was thinking that when our swift feet is on cooldown, we can just have a pot up to maximize walking speed. Get like I think 100 of them. Kind of screw up here if we go the wrong way. We're looking for those axe stumps to get the plant fossils. And yeah, right now we're just going to get those fossils, and then afterwards we're going to do the Stumpy quest. I don't really know what's good about the Stumpy quest, but I think it's good experience, and Stumpy might have some scrolls that are good for us that he might drop. I think he drops overall dex 10%. 10% are cool. I don't really know how viable we can utilize them. We would have to get maybe 5 of the same thing, the same equipment we would try to scroll, and then drop 10s on each one of them, a different one each time, until one passes, or seeing which ones pass out of all our attempts. But yeah, 10%. It's definitely a first slot only strategy for us. I don't want to use white scrolls on, unless it's like a sky ski. I wouldn't want to use a white scroll, or if we can actually get something really good in terms of CGS. Yeah, first slot only for 10%. And we're probably going to be switching to a top and warrior bottom later on, like a Neos or something, and trying to scroll those for strength and dex respectively. I think strength for the top and dex for the bottom. We're getting our plant samples now. This is an annoying part, because sometimes you would break 10 of these and none of them will have the plant sample come out. So this takes us a little bit, because we have a little dry spell of the plant sample. And we're just going to change channels. Clear the map, we're just going to change channels and keep hitting the plants. And I think we realized it's more efficient to go all the way to the top and then work your way down. So we start doing that. I'm definitely enjoying the Iron Man challenge so far. I think it keeps things kind of fresh, because the normal way of playing Royals was getting pretty boring. I wasn't motivated to do much at all. But having this Iron Man and the rules that come with it, it's nice. It's kind of put a breath of fresh air in the game for me. So I'm thankful for that. And it's I like it so much that I'm actually voting on the Iron Man every day. I'm not voting on the other account I have. So yeah, that's kind of what maybe shows you my commitment to the challenge. And bubbling bubbles here for, I think, Don Huang. That quest there, that's what we're doing. So do that quickly. Cool. Do the Icarus quest now. We'll do the Sturges. Those are kind of like the Glutton Ghouls because they fly. So they're a pain in the ass to hit. I hate these Sturges. You can see my pseudo Zerking takes a hit because I'm so focused on trying to hit something that's floating in midair and moving kind of fast. But we're not really complaining or anything, just pointing out that these are annoying mobs to hit. We get it done. And now we make our processed wood. We have those 2 quests ready to turn in at any time now. So, yep, getting the Stump's teardrop from the Dark Stump. It's not really that rare. Drops like immediately. So, we're gonna go to Winston now and get on with the Stumpy quest and our quest turn-ins. Although first we are going to do the mask kill quest, which takes us a little while. And what's weird is I'm not sure why these coolers are still dropping. The summer event's over now. Like, it ended yesterday. Or maybe today is the last day. But either way, we didn't get a ring quest today. So, doesn't that mean the event's over? Whatever. We'll take them. I'm not gonna complain that we're getting those coolers. So yeah, a bunch of 60s drop during this kill quest. We get psyched out a couple of times, thinking they're spear attacks, but they might be like a int or earring int, cape int, glove dex scroll or something, which is not really our target scroll, because I want like a lot of spear 60s just in case we screw up one of those inhalers. Although if we get a fishing pole somewhere down the line, if we do go to Shawa and Gatch, use the fishing pole. That'll be our main spear. And we'll try to see if we can get any spear attack 30s from Mushroom Shrine, or we'll find out what drops it, if anything at all it does. And maybe potentially try that also on a worthwhile spear. Probably not going to be the Maple Impaler, unless it is a godly roll though. I'd be down for the fishing pole, however. If it is a good fishing pole. I think a few Dark Knights do use the fishing pole over the Sky Ski, although it's a very weird choice. I've never seen it personally. I've only heard about it, and I think it's because I was thinking actually we might just go for actually a really good impaler or a fishing pole for our endgame item, since we won't have SI to work with. And if we only have booster, we want a fast fast attacking weapon. Because if we use a sky ski, it's just going to be fast. It's going to have slower speed. And it might not sound like a big difference or important, but it is. Your weapon speed is very important. Like, you could have maybe a 10 weapon attack difference between those two speeds of weapons, and the faster one would win every time. We're going to be here a long time. I think by the time we get out of here, our monster EXP bonus buff is pretty much used up. Alright, I'm going to be right back. I'll check if Stumpy spawned by now. There it is. Okay, Stumpy just spawned. Shit. Alright, pause the recording. I'm gonna start recording this kill just so I prove that I killed it and I'm not cheating. Alright, I'll catch you when I get back. Okay, we're back now. We cleared a bunch of Stumpy just now. At this time, there are no more Stumpies on any channel. We took out probably 8 or 9 of them. Got a few scrolls and equipments. I didn't check at any of them yet though, but hopefully we got some decent scrolls and equipment. And gave us a level up as well from turning it into Winston. But yes, we're going to be just doing a bunch of stuff in this map still. Just killing a bunch of masks still. This was very boring, but we were in a pretty nice flow state throughout the whole thing here. And I really wanted the spear for 60s, so I was pretty motivated to just keep doing this, even though we were here for so long. We didn't ease up or get lazy or not want to do it. Just keep it up. But yeah, the Stumpy footage will be in the next part of this episode, in part 2. Just because there's just not enough time to put into this video. Otherwise it would just be way too long. I think for episode 4, our goal will be just getting to level 43 and knocking out a lot of quests, a bunch of quests, maybe all the Victoria Island quests, or most of them at least. Because doing all of them, the remaining ones will just take so much time, and some just aren't worth doing anymore at this level. But yeah, we're going to be questing. It's actually a lot faster than grinding, I think. Just because some quests give you a big clump of experience, especially if you're at the level range that the quest, of starting the quest here with that level. Those are good. Whereas grinding here takes forever. Although this is not a good spot to grind. But yeah, just grinding, looking for a certain target item is slow. Very slow. Although, if we do need to slow down to upgrade, whereas instead of, rushing forward, honestly, or rushing, but going quickly, we can always, just grind. But like I was saying, we will be want to be questing to get our levels, because we also would like to get that quest medal, the quest virtuoso medal, It's a nice metal. It's a good flex too, especially on an Iron Man. And got the leaf earrings now, although we don't wear them right away. We forget to do that. We'll put them on pretty shortly here. But yes, right here now, looking for Stumpy, which is kind of immediately before this recording began. So we start with the mindset that we want to clear out this map. Meanwhile, as we're waiting, instead of just hanging on a rope, we can grind a little bit on these axe stumps. It's not too bad an experience actually, because the spawn is so good here. But I think eventually we just end up hanging on the rope for about an hour, because I just needed a little break, or a break would have been nice, I thought. And yeah, we'll start switching to the channels, seeing if there's any Stumpy to be found on any of the 20 channels, which there are none at this time, so that is why we wait on the rope. And I think this session here took around, we were here on this map for around 3 hours. Like, I think we tracked 3 hours, like it was like, yeah. So Stumpy spawn time is 3 hours, and I figured by the time it spawned, we would be able to kill multiple Stumpies, which we were correct about. And that's why we waited instead of coming back, doing other things and then coming back. Because unfortunately with area bosses, you have to always be careful with these NX, killers, these NX farmers, because they'll just wipe out every area boss. They'll take all 20 channels if you let them. So we want to make sure we maintain ownership of at least our map here, so we can get the quest. And here we are, just switching two channels. We kill a bunch of stumps each time we change channel, just to guarantee that we there's enough space on the map for the Stumpy to spawn, but doesn't lead to any Stumpy spawns because it's not time for it to come yet, I guess. And we were just second guessing ourselves, because usually there is a Stumpy, at least one, but there wasn't, so I wasn't sure this map was the correct one. But trust in ourselves. I know this is the map that Stumpy spawns in, so we'll just keep rotating channels, hoping to find the Stumpy, which, like I said, won't come. And this is just the sped up footage of us killing stuff, looking for the Stumpy. Yes. At the end we get a axe stump card, our 5th one. Ideally we would have kind of kept it on we wouldn't have picked it up just so we could utilize that EXP buff, but I don't think we're going to be grinding here. I have no real plans to do so, even though Stumpy does drop some nice scrolls, maybe. I don't think we're going to be coming here. I'd rather go somewhere else than here. So we just pick it up anyways, just so we can have the monster card set. I think we might be able, since we're Iron Man, we're grinding a lot, we might be able to get the Legendary Collector and the Quest Virtuoso medal, both of them on this account. Although the Virtuoso is definitely more ideal, maybe. At least until we get more accuracy to not need those 7 stats in Dex and Luck. And we can just enjoy the 3-weapon attack on that medal. I think it's 3, or is it 5? I forget, but that weapon attack will give us more damage on the monster. The Legendary Collector gives us more damage, but the Virtuoso gives us more of an ability to hit things. But then again, I think I would just rather farm Maple Pops and enjoy that extra damage, because as you get higher level, weapon attack starts to have more and more of an impact versus the lower levels. And at the very end, 3-weapon attack or however many is nothing to scoff at, whereas right now in here, I'm sacrificing over 10 just to use a faster weapon. And we just kind of pick our channel here. I believe it's channel 20/19. 20 or 19, I forget which one we're on right now. And we just kind of stay on here and await our Stumpy to spawn. But yeah, coming up here pretty shortly, we go hang on that rope. We're gonna conclude this first part of episode 4. Yeah, this is a long grinding episode. Got a good selection of scrolls from this. We got about, I think, got 8 levels out of this, which is great. And knocked out a lot of quests. And this is just a very grindy episode. I don't think we did anything notable. Nothing notable happened, but made progress regardless. So, right here. Alright. I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.